Hello everyone, Shauna Carpelis here with CA Bar Style. This is your overview of our gold repeater package. Now this package is definitely our most popular package. This package is designed for applicants, repeater applicants, scoring 125 points or less away from passing at the 1390 range. If you took the exam years and years ago and you were comparing it to a 1440 passing score, you just want to look and see how far you were away from a 1390 now. But assuming that you're 125 points or less away, the gold package is a perfect fit for you. Because what that typically means is you're doing some things well. It's not a situation where you don't know the law in every single area. There's probably some areas you're stronger in and other areas you're weaker in. There are probably areas you're passing. You may be passing 2 or 3 essays. Maybe as a multiple time taker, you've passed the PT on more than one occasion. So it's more of a yo-yo situation going on where you're going up and then down in some areas, and maybe even in subsequent exams, you're coming close, then maybe you're going up a little bit more, or sometimes there's a regression where you could even go down. So the gold package is going to complement what is going on this yo-yo scheme, so we can plug in the holes and really get you to that solid 1390 so you don't have to keep taking this test. So let's highlight some of the services. The first thing that we do is a brief Blue Book review. Usually it's not as thorough as the Platinum package where I'm literally grading it, but a lot of applicants don't even need that. What they really need to know is, why did I not pass a particular essay? Was there a major issue that I missed? So I do delve in, and I'm pretty anal, so everything I do is pretty thorough. Nothing is ever just cookie cutter and kind of on the surface, but it is not fully graded. I do, however, give an assessment as to, okay, this is what I saw happen in these essays. This is where you're losing the most amount of points, and this is how you're going to improve upon it and what the recommendations will be for you specifically. So I do still look at your last exam if an applicant wants me to. Not everybody wants a Blue Book assessment. Some applicants will come in and be like, nope, I know what I'm doing wrong, or it wasn't even worth it. I just took the exam to take it, and I don't even need you looking at it, Shauna. So it all depends on if you feel like you need it. But if you do need some clarity as to what went wrong in that exam, I'm happy to do that for you within this package, and it does come with it. Now, the writing is crucial. So don't ever think, oh, my writing's in an okay place, it's just the MBE. Writing fluctuates all the time. So if you know me and you've researched me, you know I'm a stickler for very good, very well structured, and very eloquent wording in your analysis section, so that you really stand out and you really understand what it means to write in a lawyerly fashion. Sometimes applicants come out of law school and no one's really worked with them on this format of legal analysis and what that looks like. And then on the bar exam, they're dinged and points are lost because they need to work on their analysis. So there could be things like you're being conclusory. Well, what does that mean? You might be storytelling the facts and not really analyzing them persuasively. So you got to work on that. And how do you work on that? So that's things that we work on in the writing. With the gold package, you get 20 essays. That is more than enough writing typically to really hit your weak spots, to make sure that your timing is on point, your structure is on point. Some applicants don't even get to all that writing, but it is there for you, and you should do as much as you can, because the more work product that I have submitted from you as an applicant, the more clarity that I can give you as to what I see going on overall. And so the writing is there to really make sure that you know how to write for all the different areas that are tested. And then we back that up with tons of issue spotting. So that is the same really in all repeater packages. I'm going to recommend at different parts of the schedule, because you have a schedule, obviously everyone has one, of exactly what you're doing every day. And I usually will have applicants doing 10 to 15 issue spots on top of the writing per subject, so that you can see all the different ways that these categorical areas of law per subject are tested. If you're just looking at a few essays per subject, you risk going into the exam getting tested on something that you've never practiced, and then losing a lot of issues, which is usually where those 55s and 60s come up. So you've really got to be prepared for everything, and the gold package covers a ton of writing and issue spotting practice. The performance test is crucial as well. If you've probably heard me say this again, if you you probably heard me say this if you follow me on social media. The performance test is needed to pass the exam. You have to pass the PT to pass the bar. So we go through a lot of approach. You write 2 performance tests, one persuasive, one objective. There are times applicants will add an a la carte PT, but usually they don't need to. Those 2 PTs will typically get them where they need to be. And then there may be practice that you're doing outside of having to have it graded, where you're working on things on additional performance tests, and you're working on things like timing and structure. So it's not limited to just those 2 PTs. You're also writing a PT on the simulated exam. And then on an individual basis, when I do tutoring and assessment with you, I'll see if I need you to go on and maybe do a PT every weekend. And we have, of course, materials for that. It just depends on what I'm seeing. So whatever practice that I think you're going to need to get to where you need to be, you're going to know from me, and I'm going to tell you how to do it and what PT to do and what to add, so that you make sure that it's not just a few PTs potentially. I mean, that may get you there, but if I see that you need that that additional practice, I will let you know, and I will recommend it to you. Okay? So that's really important. With the gold package, you get one 50-minute and one 30-minute assessment. A lot of applicants, after that big 50-minute first assessment, where I'm going in, of course you have all the grader feedback, but that's where I come in, and I'm looking at your Adapt-A-Bar MBE report. I'm looking at your performance test work product. I'm looking at your initial essay work product. And it's important to note that I spend about 30 to 45 minutes before every applicant's assessment that day. I wake up in the morning, of course, do my morning thing. I'm giving you my routine right now, and then I assess whatever applicants I have for that day. And I really do a thorough assessment of all the work product in their online file. And then, of course, when we talk or we do our Zoom or FaceTime session, I go in and I cover everything else too. So things like timing and memorization and your confidence and your scheduling, because there are a lot of factors that go into passing. So with the gold package, you get all that coaching from me as well, because anything that could come up you need to make sure is covered, and I need to make sure that everything is flowing. That's why my applicants do so well. It's not just a piecemeal of, okay, write this essay, write that essay, kind of cookie cutter, do some multiple choice, review your answer. That's that cookie cutter way that you've probably already done that isn't working for you. So this program is really about changing it up. It's a modern approach to the bar, and it has worked for 11 years for my applicants. And we're always changing with the times, so that when I do those assessments, I'm also seeing how are you doing with this new online format, which some applicants are having a harder time with because you don't get the scratch paper you're used to. You don't get to write on paper. And a lot of applicants, that's the way that they attack and have attacked these essays and multiple choice and performance tests. So there's a methodology in the preparation factored into really every package I have to make sure that the online format as well is clicking and connecting for you. Yeah, so the gold package is a great package. Again, it's my most popular package. Applicants that are not falling off the mark across the board, but just have some holes that need to be plugged in, and really can get past that mark of that 1390 and put the exam behind them. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at cabarstyle@yahoo.com, and be well.